Hello and good day, Doctor. I'm Anindita Das, and my supervisor is Dr. Nurhaida Binti Mohammad Swaib. The proposed project is handheld augmented reality historic national monuments with chatbot using ChatGPT. Uh, this will be the topic of this presentation. So, moving on with introduction, the problem background that I have identified with possible citations is even though there are advances of technology in this world, there are still some shortcomings when it comes to involving technology in culture and heritage. As mentioned by Han in 2021, restrictions of using informations and signs and stuff like that is very restricted in the use of cultural heritage and religious sites. Other than that, one of the other concern is the lack of accuracy when it comes to historic information, as mentioned by Nikonova in 2017, is viewers lost their interest in most of historical information when they are overstimulated by visuals. Other than that is when augmented reality is used, it's not really accessible to people with disabilities, as mentioned by Parkaris in 2016. Uh, Still, is a lack of using more inclusive technology in heritage centers. Then moving on is the problem statement. As you can see, a study done in 2016 mentioned that Spain uses 12% of AR for their heritage, which kind of makes it harder for countries like smaller and developing countries to have a better opportunity in implementing AR. And moving on is the project aim, which is same as the title that I previously said. And then this is the objective, which is to design augmented reality system that serves the purpose of showcasing historic national monument, to develop AI ChatGPT system, and then to evaluate user experience with handheld augmented reality historic national monuments with chatbot using ChatGPT. And the project scope really work with is two of the Bangladesh's national monuments, which is Shiti Shodho and Shuhid Minar. These are the famous monuments and very symbolic towards Bangladesh, and we'll be incorporating AI Q&A chatbot system with these two specific scope. And the importance of this project is shining more light on the national monuments of smaller countries and having a more proper representation, especially with factual and historic facts, and integrating Q&A system to help people know more about these things. Moving on is the literature review. So here we have used augmented reality, and as said by Jovanik and Rauschnabel in 2016 and 2021, the use of augmented reality in consumers' experience is kind of like a match between the real world and the virtual world. There are different types of augmented reality, but for this project, we'll be use marker-based augmented reality. Then for the AI Q&A system, it's mainly used through a natural language processing system where it takes input from the users and the AI generates the answers accordingly to the question. This is the system, similar systems that I have identified and done a detailed comparison between. And then these are the technologies I'll be using for the AR and also marker recognition unity in Vuforia 3D object. And also for the chatbot system, we'll be implementing GPT API. Moving on is the system development. So this is the system development methodology that I'm using, which is waterfall. And this will have four specific stages. So the first one is requirement analysis, where we'll be gathering the requirements for this project. And then the system design. So we'll be designing the augmented reality system, how it will look like in the real world, and then also the chatbot system and how the users will interact with it. Then will be the implementation through importing all the 3D objects and also training the chatbot with the specific data they'll be using and training the model accordingly. And last will be evaluation. So in this stage, we will be using user experience evaluation and we'll be evaluating the system according to their feedback and whatever improvements we have to make. Moving on is the system requirements for both hardware and software. This is the use case diagram that I have created, and it's divided into four different modules, both for user and admin. This is the system flow chart, which is a very simple flow chart showcasing how the system will work step by step. And this is the brainstorming design for the UI of the system. And some limitations that might come up is the system compatibility for different devices, and then the AI model training with sufficient data that can answer most of the questions, and making system inclusive for people with different cultures and backgrounds. And the planning for this project is to integrate it properly and get it done iteratively. And the AI model training should be done properly to implement the chatbot system. And lastly, the user acceptance test will be carried out through the interviewing, observing, and getting feedback from the users. So that's it for this presentation. Thank you.